today. I wanted to just do another rundown of the video that I did, I think on Monday or possibly Friday of last week. I can't even remember, the days are all running together. When you do your color wheel, the challenge is to try to complete the whole thing, primary, secondary, and tertiary, using only your red, yellow, and blue crayon or colored pencil. Finding the one that says red or rojo or rouge. Yellow is a little trickier. I'm not sure of the French pronunciation, but yellow, amarillo, or Juan, I believe, or Juan, I'm not sure. And then blue, azul, or bleu. Now, as much as some of your crayon colors may look like the perfect red-orange color or yellow-orange color, I really want you to try to use your 3 primary colors to make all of them. So your yellow, again, should be yellow, not mac and cheese, not goldenrod. Your blue should be blue, not indigo, not cornflower, not cerulean. And your red should be red, not wild strawberry, not magenta. We really want to try to challenge ourselves to use just the 3 primary colors to make this entire wheel. Now, for the sake of time, I'm going to kind of scribble. So we're going to have to do our best squinting to make some of our colors. To do it a little bit easier this time though, I'm going to follow my same recipe that I gave you for the Play-Doh. So my darkest red is going to be at the top, the solid red. Okay, so although I'm not going to do 4 coats of it, I am going to kind of double up. Maybe I will do 4 coats actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4 coats of red. And I'm getting out of the lines a little bit, and that's okay because the point right now is for you to see and understand how to do this color wheel using just our primary colors. So if you notice, on either side of the red, we have red violet and red orange. The R comes first because the dominant color in those tertiary colors is red. So I'm gonna do, just like my recipe says, 3 layers of red. So 1, 2, 3 layers of red in my red violet, and 3 layers of red in my red orange. 1, 2, I may even go different directions each time. 3. My next one, if you notice, actually I'm gonna darken this one up a little bit. This is going to kind of be a value lesson too. All right, so then my next one should just have 2 layers of red, so it's not gonna be as dark. And that's to make those secondary colors. So 1, 2, and then for orange, it's gonna be half and half again, so it's gonna have 1 layer, and then a second layer. And then my last one that's gonna have red is my blue violet and my yellow orange. Now, I don't see red in the name, but I know from my recipe that this is still gonna have just a little bit, a slight hint of red in it. So it's just gonna have 1 layer. I'm gonna color that one my lightest. Now, I don't know if you remember from last year, we did just a little bit with value and value scales. If you squint at this right now, or if I back my camera up a little bit, can you see how the one at the top is the darkest, deepest red? And as you get further away from that main red, you see the lighter colors of red. So next I'm gonna do the yellow. I'm gonna basically follow the same pattern, guys. Everything, as weird as this looks, it's the same exact process I did the other day. I'm just doing all of one color at a time. So for yellow, my darkest yellow, you can either do 4 coats of it, or you can just color really, really hard for your solid yellow. And then as you fade out, and I'm gonna fade out on this side that I haven't colored yet, just so you can see. So this one will still be pretty dark yellow. I'm gonna do a couple coats of it on this one. And then a little bit lighter because we're doing half and half for green. And then lighter yet because for our blue-green, we just have the slightest hint of yellow in it. So it's a little harder to see with this one because of the color of yellow, but you can see that it gets dark and gradually gets lighter as we go. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. My second darkest one are gonna be these two on either side of the yellow. So this is gonna be pretty dark over the top of this little bit of red that I have here. The other day when I was having you guys do this, I think we did yellow, red, yellow to make the yellow orange color. And then this one we just did half and half. And this one we did red, yellow, red. So you can do it either way, but if you do it this way, you kind of get a feel for how the color should get lighter and lighter as you go and where they overlap. Also, when I say half and half, sometimes half and half means half of the shape and then color the other half of the shape something else. For this project, half and half means you're basically using the same amount of each color overlapped on top of each other, kind of. All right, so there's my 2 layers of yellow for my orange. Not perfect again, but if you kind of squint at it, the orange is starting to show through. And then over the top of my red orange, I'm just gonna have 1 layer of yellow just to give us a little bit different color than what the red is. You can see there's a little bit of a difference here, and then it gets more of an orange color here. This needs to be a little darker, I feel like. Okay, so now I'm gonna go on to my last one. I'm gonna do the same process with the blue. So my darkest blue is going to be in my blue circle. I'm just gonna color pretty hard and fast. And then my next darkest blue is going to be over the top of my blue-green. So just slightly, you know, a little bit of a greenish tint to it, kind of my turquoise color, and then over my blue-violet. Okay, and then 50-50, so I'm not coloring quite as hard on this one. Want to make sure to still fill the space, but I want to make sure that my pressure is pretty even between my blue and yellow here and then my blue and red up here to create the violet. It doesn't have to be perfect. The idea is more that you're trying to create these colors using just the primary colors. All right, and then my last one, and these are gonna be pretty light because this red violet should be mostly red, just like our recipe. 3 parts red, 1 part blue. So I'm just gonna barely, lightly color over that one to get a red violet color. And then on the bottom, I'm going to just lightly 3 parts to 1 part color over that to get the yellow green chartreuse color. All right, so not perfect, didn't stay in the lines very well, but you see that I have just created the entire color wheel using just 3 colors. That is the challenge for that color wheel crayon or colored pencil coloring page. All right, I think that's it for today, guys. You've been doing such a great job. Remember to keep taking pictures, editing them, and then uploading them into your Schoology portfolio. If you are having trouble, I can also share a video. I'll share it probably to last week's folder. I will share a video that has all of the different steps for finding your portfolio. Thanks, see you.